you know it's going up. And if you miss it live, don't worry. You can also watch the recording either here on LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel. And I invite you all to check out my YouTube channel. I've done a lot of work there. I have over 200 live streams talking about how you can use LinkedIn to attract clients to you. So check that out as well. So let's get started with a personal headline review. Hello, I'm Charlene Tessier, founder of Strength and Numbers, and I'm helping you to attract more clients to your coaching business using a unique combination of LinkedIn and live streaming. And today we're talking about our headline on your LinkedIn profile. So, where is that actually? The headline. The headline is this little bit of text that happens to be just below your name. And it's super important. I've spoken about this in other videos, especially because the headline is your first impression, and we all want to make a really good first impression. And the first 72 characters of that headline, you do have more on your profile page, but the first 72 characters are what displayed on a person's feed when they look at your content post. So you really want to make the first half of that headline sentence very strong. You really want it to do two key things. The first thing is to call out to who it is you want to help serve. Call out to them. I help online coaches. I help dog groomers. I help whoever you help, right? And then the second piece is that you want to say how you can help them. So today we are going to be looking at Lin Ing's profile, and she has asked for a personal review. So let's dive in and take a look at her profile. Now, I spent a lot of time on the profile, the main components. You can, of course, fill the whole thing, but I really, really look at the banner, the picture, and of course, the little bit of text just below your name, the headline. That's above the fold. It's what most people will come to if they decide to, learn more about you. So if they're looking at your post on your home feed, then they will click on your name and they'll be taken to your profile page. And then you have a few more seconds to try to convince them. And what do we want to convince them to do? We want them to do something, don't we? We want them to either connect with us, follow us, direct message us, maybe get our lead magnet or our free gift offer. And we have to convey that in a very, very short amount of time because people on social media, as you know, have a super short attention span. So, Ling, you have after your name, you actually have a bracket of own your own retire freedom. And it's up to you. You can keep it there, but I do know that because you have that right after your name, that you've put that kind of in the name field, it will actually make it difficult for people to search your name on LinkedIn because you have this additional piece of text. So if you really want them to be able to find you and to find your name, if you do a lot of networking, you really want to keep it as clean as possible so that when you search it in LinkedIn, it's more easily found. Those who put other bits of text at the end, like, I don't know, coach or online coach, whatever, makes it difficult for the LinkedIn search to actually find you. So I'm just going to let you know that it's one of the things that you may want to think about. You can actually move that either up into the banner or down below into the header. So it's not that you have to remove the text completely. It's just for your name to be more easily searched. You want to move that somewhere outside of the name field where you currently have it. And then you have you're in consult with you. I enable busy professionals to retire 10 years earlier via appropriate financial solutions. And then you discuss a bunch of hashtags. So one little tip I'm going to give you for the hashtags already is that if you can't see it here because I'm only a viewer of your profile, but if you log into your own profile, just below, a little bit below your analytics, you'll see something called creator mode. You can turn that on. It doesn't change, it changes a little bit of the display, but it doesn't remove anything that you've already done. And when you put the creator mode on, you can then add those 5 hashtags, and then it's also kind of searchable in LinkedIn. So you may want to do that as well, is to turn on creator mode and then add the 5 hashtags that you have there. Then rather than having it in your little block of text. So one of the things I liked in the beginning is, remember, we're really looking at the first 72 characters, especially if you're producing a lot of content. That's what is going to be your first impression. So in consult with you, I enable, so that I think can actually just be omitted because it's somewhat implied, to be honest. So you can just say enabling busy professionals to retire 10 years earlier using um, and then for here, you have via appropriate financial solutions. This to me is very, I don't know, it's not jargony, but it's not how we would normally talk to a person when we introduce ourselves. And so I would say 10 years earlier through, financial, I don't really know. I know you do some kind of financial planning. So maybe retire 10 years earlier with my, I don't know, proprietary or unique or systematic or systemized financial plan that doesn't cause you any stress. I'm just going to make up something at the end there because I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm kind of driving at, is that I think you can change the via appropriate financial solutions to be a bit more personable as to what it is you're going to give them, like a step-by-step system that's so easy to implement the daily finances and to retire 10 years earlier. So I do really like the first part, enabling busy professionals to retire 10 years earlier. That will catch people right away. I will click on that. But just the last little bit, you can also just jazz it up a little bit so that it's just a little bit less kind of jargony and a little bit more personal as to, if I asked you what you were doing, how would you help me with your financial planning? Then you have the banner. Oh, you have also your profile picture. You may want to lighten, if you did this in a Photoshop, or I'm not sure if you can, but if you can ask a friend to lighten the background, it's just because you have dark hair. I have dark hair, and you have kind of dark clothes. And look, I even have the dark clothes as well. And when you do that, as you can kind of see, the picture is very dark. It's very hard to actually see. And you have a lovely face, a lovely smile. And so if you can even just use some kind of basic editing tool, someone to whiten the background to make it white like I have, then you're going to pop out a bit more. And it's because we have dark hair. And so that's why we usually don't have the dark background on us in particular. And you have the dark blue sweater, and I have the dark blue sweater too, but I have a white background. So that helps with the contrast. For example, I have the white shirt on, and I wouldn't wear this without the blue sweater, because then it would be white on white and it would look actually a little bit weird. So it only kind of works because of that. And you have a blue and white sweater, so it will work. Just lighten it a little bit so that it's a bit better photo. That will be a little bit better for you. And I have a video on how to put your intro video in there. You can actually put a 30-second intro video there if you turn on creator mode. And I have a video on my YouTube channel. It's actually one of the first videos on how to do that. So you can check that out. Next is your banner. So you're building your dream future. You have your name and your, I think it's Facebook page. It's really small, the font. And remember, I'm actually on a very big screen. On mobile, we're not going to be able to read that at all. And I actually have a hard time to read that even on a super big screen. So you do have Facebook link. I would not really recommend putting that here because you're in LinkedIn. So it doesn't really make sense to put that there. If you wanted to put some website or lead magnet, website obviously can be in a contact info, but the lead magnet, I'll show you where that can go in just a second. So you're going to build your dream future. You don't need to put your name again, Lynn, because your name is down below. So it's obvious that's going to be you. So you could omit all that text about the name and the Facebook URL. Build your dream future, listen to your needs, strategize together with you, achieve your dream goals. This is very nice. You could probably move this kind of text into the about. What I would do for here in the banner is, rather than have this kind of text, if you have some kind of lead magnet checklist, free gift, something like that, then drive it down into here, into your freebie here. So freebie, want to enjoy retirement worry free and in abundance. 8 costly surprises in retirement. So you would say over here, put up here, they find out the 8 surprise costs after you retire so you can avoid them, something like that. Get it in the featured section below. Then they will be able to grab your freebie there. So then that way they know that's where it is, and it kind of directs them to do something, take some kind of action. Because in the end, we really want them to take an action of some sort here when they come. If they can follow you, that's great. If they can get your lead magnet, even better, because they're going to be in your list. If they can contact you, that's wonderful too. If they direct message you, that's also wonderful. But we want to make it in a way that it's a way to get them to take some kind of action. Right now, there isn't, it tells me a lot of nice things, but it doesn't ask me to take any kind of action. And you have an opportunity there to do so. So let's ask them to do that. So I would just change up the banner a little bit so that it drives down into the freebie, which you already have. And that will, give a little bit of less text. And I know you have some pictures here. It's okay. But again, you have the headshot. I kind of feel you don't need quite as many pictures like that because you have your headshot. And I think it will be more effective to get leads through driving it to you down to your featured area. Now, if you want to have a personal headline review, just like Lynn here, and I'm very happy to do that for you, drop it down into the comments, put your LinkedIn profile, and I will let you know. I will tag you and I will review your LinkedIn headline and banner for you and give you a personal review. So I hope this real review was helpful for you, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day.